going on, everybody? I hope you're all doing absolutely awesome today. So today's video is Dire Maul East. Specifically, it's the Dire Maul East Lasher farm that we're doing today, which is great because we can do this solo. But like always guys, before we crack on, if you've not seen the last video in the series where we went to the incredibly complex maze of Sunken Temple, then you can find that video in a card in the upper right hand portion of the screen right now. Or you can find a link to that video in the description below to this video. So if you like the look of that, then go check it out. Anyways, as you can see, we're on our way to Dire Maul. Now, some information about this place. For this route, in order to make the most gold, it's advised that you make use of herbalism here, as this will increase the overall gold value. In terms of raw loot that we pick up, you'll unfortunately not pick up any money at all here. The gold we make is purely from venderable items and from the auction house. Each run will last around 10 minutes long, which means that you may very well hit lockout. The nearest vendor to my knowledge is all the way in either side of the Ferrolas map for the Alliance. And if you hoard, just like always, you'll get the closest spot to the dungeon being in the central location of the map. The Spec and Gear that we're using is the same as always guys. If you need to know what that is, then check out the link below in the description to this video, as I did a video covering all of that for your convenience. Also, the best way to reset this place is to simply have either your own alt or a friend sit in the group with you and then simply use the log out and reset trick. If you're using an alt, it will take around 1 minute for the leader position to be passed on to you from your main before you can reset though, which is a good time sink as it'll help reduce lockout time if you're going to do this for more than an hour at a time. Before we begin, you can see that I'm using Retribution Aura and I'm giving myself Greater Blessing of Wisdom as well as Divine Favour. Also, before we begin, you can see that our starting bags are completely empty and we're starting off with 413 gold. Also note, before we begin, you can see that I'm making use of Smoke is Lighter here. Now the reason why I'm using this and not the Force of Will or Ramstein's Lightning Bolts is because the fire damage hits harder on these guys, but also Ramstein's Lightning Bolts, which with it being nature damage, these mobs are actually immune to that. Also guys, you may have noticed in the last couple of videos now that my Holy Shock spell has been moved and replaced with something else. So let me show you what that is real quick. As you can see, it's a macro, so if you want to copy this, just make your own and write it exactly how it is here in this video. You see, the purpose of this is to basically cast Holy Shock on myself, acting as an instant heal or a holy potion as I like to call it, which is super handy if you can't change target due to needing constant Seal of Light heals coming through. And I'll always give credit where it's due. This was actually a suggestion from one of our subscribers. You can see his comment here. After some tweaking about, I actually finally got it to work. So for that, thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate that, and it's working absolutely wonders. So with that being said, let's start the timer and go, shall we? Okay, so firstly, what I want to do is I just want to say sorry about the lag here. You know, it's not really something that I really have control over. I mean, what I could do is I could reduce the settings on OBS, but you know, that would take away the quality of the video, so I don't really want to do that as much. But it's basically over now anyway, so you won't really experience it again. So yeah, what I like to do is jump down straight away there, and I like to grab the first 2 packs just as you've seen right here. So yeah, we'll drop down Consecration. You just seen there that I made good use of Smoke is Lighter as well. So we'll just AoE these guys down really fast. So you'll notice the patrolling trees there as well in the background. Don't worry about them too much. If you stand right where I am right now, I think you'll be safe, so you don't need to worry about that. So we'll just finish these off nice and easily, and then we'll loot them up. So if you notice as well, just a little bit in front of the corpses here, there's actually a herb there. Now that's actually a Grom's Blood, I believe it is. So, you know, if you do this and you do have herbalism, don't forget to loot that as well. So we'll just heal ourselves up, get our mana up as well. Yeah, there it is, it's a Grom's Blood. So yeah, don't forget to pick that as it helps increase your gold value overall. Also, there's a Warpwood pod over there as well, guys. Now, that can either do, I believe it's one of 3 things. What'll happen is, sorry, one of 4 things actually. what will happen is basically once you get close to it, it'll either explode and drop this poisonous gas which does quite a bit of damage every second for so many seconds, or it'll explode like that one just did there and do absolutely nothing, or it can release a lot of these lashes as well. So just keep your eye out for that. Now if it doesn't explode and it actually lets you loot it, then just loot it, because it gives you this thing which I do loot one later on in the video, so you'll get to see that anyway. But you know, it gives you a couple of items. So as you can see, the single pack here is much easier compared to the 2 packs that I just taken on back there. So we'll just loot everybody up. Boom. You see that? Well, that was a shock as well. Yeah, if only I was recording this live, I would have reacted a little bit more surprised than what I did do just then. So yeah, we'll just do a little dance off just to celebrate that we got an epic. So moving on, we'll continue the timer. Now also there's another herb there as well, guys. It's a dream foil. So what you want to do now is you want to just simply head on over like this towards this tree that's just by the road here. Now this is also a safe spot, so if you need to take a break or whatever, if you just go AFK right there, you'll be absolutely fine. So anyway, once the patrol's gone, we'll just grab this pack over here and then we'll bring them on down here. So then where I've dropped down consecration, you'll be absolutely fine there as well. Now you notice there's also another warpwood pod there. Also note, guys, that just by that warpwood pod as well, actually, there's sometimes something called a dusty tome, which is basically like a it's like a purple, it's like a book that glows sort of purpley colour. You'll notice it if you see it anyway, and if it's there. But basically what happens is most of the time it contains nothing, just a bunch of grey items that you can sell for extra bit of money. But the occasional off chance, if you get lucky, you'll find one of the blue class books from here. You know, they sell for a couple of gold each, which is also where I got my one of my trinkets from. But also, if you're extremely lucky, it can also drop the epic book as well, which is the Fora's Compendium of Dragon Slaying. And if you know, that's how you start the quest to get the sword that I've got, which is Qualtera. So yeah, also guys, as you've seen just there, that's me looting up one of the pods. So we'll just start this next pack real quick. So also what I'm going to do now is, guys, I'm going to try something a little bit different. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop the commentary, let the normal game play along, and I'm going to speed up the video a little bit, just to try and reduce the overall time of the video. There'll also be no commentary on this bit from here on out until we get to the vendor. So enjoy, guys. So, let's head on to the vendor now, shall we? Opening up all of our bags, and you can see that this is what we've got. So we've still got the same amount of gold as what we started with, which is 413 gold. We've also got a 1 gold repair bill, so that brings us back down to 412 gold. Now let me just sort these bags out real quick too, guys. Alright, taking a look at all the items now, and we'll start with the vendor trash. So let's sell all of this real quick. There we go, 426 gold, so that's an increase of 14 gold right there. Now, I should have vended this green, but we disenchanted it, which obviously reduced the price there from 1 gold down to 30 silver instead. But you know, it is what it is, it doesn't really matter about that. We also got uber lucky with the Hammer of the Northern Wind at around 15 gold. But we won't include this since it's a super rare chance to get an epic anyway. And to be honest, I wish that I recorded it for you guys live so you guys could have seen my reaction. Not gonna lie, nearly did a backflip out of my seat. Now for the items to sell on the auction house. We've got 5 silver from the Golden Samson, 2 silver from the Mage Royal, nearly a gold from the Fade Leaf, about 20 silver for the Purple Lotus, we got 1 silver for the Bruiseweed, 11 silver for the Arthur's Tears, we got 1 gold for the Ghost Mushroom, 20 silver for the Life Root, another 20 silver for the Gold Thorn, we got 1 gold 50 for the Winter's Bite, we got 1 silver for the Briar Thorn, 20 silver for the Fire Bloom, we got 1 gold 50 silver for the Living Essence. So straight away that's 2 gold from all of the silver and approximately 4 gold for the remaining amount of gold or more, giving us a total of 6 gold for all of the stuff from the auction house. And finally, adding this all up, we've got 6 gold from all of that, plus the 14 gold from the vendor items, and that's a 20 gold total, plus the extra gold that we could have got if we had vended that green earlier instead of disenchanting it, and that's a grand total of 21 gold in 30 minutes worth of farming, 42 gold per hour. So, is it viable? Well, yeah, definitely. 20 to 25 gold per hour depending on the greens that drop is pretty decent for saying how easy it is. You can also do this solo and it's super easy and chill, which means that if you've had a long hard day and you just want to log on for an hour or two and chill in peace and quiet and unwind by farming gold, listening to music or whatever, then yeah, this is perfectly suited for that. Sure, I know that I pulled more than 1 pack and I used bubble a lot and used a lot of my cooldowns, but that's only to speed things up for the video. If you did 1 pack at a time, you can easily do this super chill. So with that being said, guys, I hope that you've enjoyed today's video and I hope that it's been informative, even though there are plenty of videos about doing this already. So one final thing before we finish up, guys, I just want to say that we're near the end of the WoW Classic Paladin Gold Farming series for Dungeons, and to be honest, there's only really 1 more video that I could potentially do for you guys as it stands during Phase 2, which is jump runs in here. Now I can either do that as 2-man or I can do it solo, but I'm debating even doing them or not. So with that being said, I do have plans for another series. In fact, I've got 2 series ideas that I want to branch off into. The first is simply a let's play version of WoW Gold Farming, which will be similar to streaming, which is where I'll have a set plan for the day of what I want to do, and I'll also have goals that I want to smash, and you guys can see if I do it or not, whether that be daily or weekly goals. It'll be fun to watch to see if I do it or not. Or it'll be an outdoor gold farming series showing multiple outdoor farming locations that you can do as a paladin, and it'll be similar to these dungeon farming videos that I've done in terms of layout. Heck, I'm going to do both anyway, but I'd love to hear what you guys think about all of it. So go ahead and post in the comment section below to this video and let me know what you think about either of those. So until the next time, everybody, see ya. And as always, if you've not already, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel as this helps me out massively. But when you do, don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified when I release new videos. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, then show some support by giving it a thumbs up and sharing it with your friends. Well, until the next time, see ya.